GepRc Crocodile Baby.
Subscribe. Ding the bell.
In the box, you get the Crocodile Baby wrapped in shrink wrap. You get a bag of parts, and you get a bit of paperwork and some stickers. Here's everything you get in the bag. A manual for the Vista unit, QR codes for everything GepRc, 2 battery straps, 1 battery strap with a metal loop, a battery pad, antenna tubes, 2 sets of blades, the screws to mount your blades. You get an extra set of screws for mounting the Vista unit, 2 sets of landing pads, 1 front arm, 1 back arm, TPU mount for crossfire, and an Allen key. This is my first quad from GepRc. The build of the quad looks really good. So let's take a closer look. So everything looks really nice. The carbon fiber is super smooth, all the edges. The camera of the Vista unit is set in to the TPU mount, which is held up by the front standoffs. You got the back standoffs, which are holding on your GPS, along with your antenna and your beeper unit. You got your board on the bottom plate, and you have the Vista unit mounted to the top plate, and there are no screws that go straight through. The Vista unit is hanging from the top plate, and typically you have standoffs that go straight through, but that's why they have this third set of standoffs, I believe, just to help from this collapsing in on itself. They have the 1404 2750 kV motors. They have a capacitor already installed. All in all, really nice build. Can't say anything bad about it, really. I'm going to be installing these landing pads, the battery pad, and I also purchased some red 4024 propellers, and I'm going to be putting those on. I've got the red propellers on. I've got the battery straps on. I got the battery pad on. I actually went all the way to the back with some of the little insert pop-outs here, and all the way to the front, so I can put a battery from front to back however I need to get CG right. I've got the landing pads on. They provide a decent amount of clearance from the ground. The CG is about the back end of this USB port, about right there. The only negative thing I could say at this point is that the front standoffs get in the way of putting in a thicker battery strap. A 4-cell 3000 mAh lithium ion pack. The 4-cell 3000 mAh lithium ion battery weighs 201 grams. The Crocodile Baby weighs 164 grams. All up weight 365 grams. Line of sight. Install in stability mode. Do some punch outs with the line on the what kind of power we have. Do one more. It's going to be full punch out. Doesn't compare to a lipo, but not bad power. So looking at my arm. Flies pretty good, very responsive. So here, doing some backward circles. And here's the view from the goggles, 720p. Who's that, Decky?
Lane and Teal?
Lane and Teal.
Playing out?
Playing in the snow. Yeah, it's pretty comparable to the Air unit. The Vista unit is pretty comparable to the Air unit. Again, the only thing that you don't get with the Vista unit is the 1080p from the unit. You only get the 720 from the goggles that you can record. Nice view, right, Taki?
Wow.
So far, it's flying good. I have it still in self-leveling mode. And it's a bit of a surprise coming up soon. Did I show you this, Dax? I don't think I showed you this. But yeah, so far the quad is flying really good. It's responding perfectly. I didn't put it into acro mode. I just wanted to feel it out for a bit with the Lion pack and feel the power. And before I even had a chance to put it into acro mode, well, you'll see what happens. It's coming up, and you know it from the title. You know what's coming up, dude? What? You didn't see it. A crash is coming up. One of my propellers breaks off, goes flying. Look at the girls. Look, Jubes almost hits me with. She almost hit me with the
Sled?
With the sled, yeah. I had to fly backwards out of the way. I think she was trying to hit me. I wouldn't put it past her. Yeah, I think we're getting close to the crash, Dax. Go. Yeah, I think I do a couple of laps around here. Just still feeling it out. I fly over the trees here. Yep. And it's coming up. I don't know if it's this turn or the next go around. Let's see. It might. Oh, here it is. There goes part of the blade. And again, and again. This is in slow motion. And at the end of this, you'll see full speed. But man, it tumbled a million times going down. Finally into the snow. Here's full speed. Son of a that sucked. Oh my god. So at first I thought I lost signal, but then when it came down, all the blades were shot, and I noticed that on these blades you could see like hairline cracks in them. Now, when I put the other set of blades on, I noticed hairline cracks in them as well, and I thought maybe I over tightened them. So I took all the original ones that I put on, which have the cracks in them, and I said, you know what, let me put the other ones on. I'll use a little bit of thread lock and I'll just snug them up, and that should be okay. But I do not think that I lost signal. It was going good, and then it went right out of the air, and I'm almost I'm positive that the blades just blew apart. So, and I didn't tighten them up by no means that second time. So I don't know if these are going to be any better. If anyone has had the same experience with these blades, let me know. I mean, it's not even that cold out. It's like 40 degrees, I think. It's actually fairly warm, a little windy, but that wouldn't blow the blades off. So really, really, really strange. The only other damage that happened was, and this might have been when we were looking for it, there was a footprint. It was in the snow, and it was a footprint on it. So I think my daughter might have stepped on it when she was helping me to look for it, but it could have happened some other way too. The frame right here cracked off. There's a little crack in it. I don't know if you can see that. A little crack there. One of the landing pads came off, and other than that, I really can't see any other damage. It all looks pretty good. For falling from how high it fell and getting stepped on, I think it's pretty durable. But these blades seem to be crap, and I thought that Gemfan was a good brand, but maybe they're not. Maybe there are better blades. So again, if anybody knows or has ever had that experience with Gemfan blades, and if they know of anything that's better, please leave a comment. Yeah, so I'm going to take these blades off, put on these blades, thread lock, and I'm not even going to tighten them down at all. Just I'm going to thread lock them in and see if that makes a difference. And I just finished blow drying all the snow off it, so now I'm going to see if everything still works. I've got everything back together, put the blades that came with it on and my pads, and dried everything off good. Time to do a test to make sure everything's running good. Line of sight first. Everything seems good there. Let's do a FPV. Okay, everything is feeling great, as if it never fell at all. Motors seem good. Response seems perfect. I nearly crashed here again into this wire. That would have really sucked. And the Lion pack had surprisingly good power. Next, we're going to do a long range test. This is one tough little quad. That thing fell from all the way above these trees. Fell down here. Must have hit a few branches on the way down and landed behind my shed. Impressive. I would say I'm pretty impressed. This thing showed itself to be very durable. To fall from that height, hit a few branches, land in the snow, and then I'm back up flying in just 10 minutes. That was pretty impressive. These batteries, the lithium ion, the lithium-ion batteries. They're pretty heavy. And in acro mode, it feels a little cumbersome flying with it, but in self-leveling, it feels a little smoother. I can't wait to get some LiPo battery packs and put it in here, and I think I should be able to zip around a little better. And in acro, it should feel really nice. So I would say this is a nice quad. On a side note, in the DJI goggles, I got the corrective lenses. You can see how they stand up a little bit. And if you're thinking about getting them, get them, because what a difference those lenses made. Not only did they make everything clearer, like they're supposed to do, obviously, they correct your sight, but because they push the lens back closer to your eye, I could see the whole screen so much clearer without any fuzziness in the corners. So if you're thinking about getting them, get them. Finish.
Subscribe. Ding the bell.